I am continuing in my reading. What I'm doing in this series is to read through the entire standard works of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. This consists of the Bible, the Book of Mormon, the Doctrine and Covenants, and the Pearl of Great Price. I am continuing reading in a chronological order, according to event, not according to publication or volume, so I'm skipping around a bit as I move along. So we continue in 3rd Nephi. Christ is born. Joseph, Mary, and Christ are living in Egypt. We did read a little bit about how they went back up to Nazareth after Herod died, and Christ is biding his time until the time of his ministry comes. But now reading among the Nephites. Shortly after his birth, most of the Nephites are converted, but the Gadianton robbers are still entrenched in the land, and they're still causing havoc. And within a couple of years, a lot of the younger generation of both Nephites and Lamanites go and join the Gadianton robbers, and this causes some wavering of faith among both Nephites and Lamanites. That's where we left it off. We're now going to pick this up in chapter 2, and again, to keep our timeline right, we're only going to read the first 10 verses. Wickedness and abominations increase among the people. The Nephites and Lamanites unite to defend themselves against the Gadianton robbers. Converted Lamanites become white and are called Nephites. And it came to pass that thus passed away the 95th year also. And the people began to forget those signs and wonders which they had heard, and began to be less and less astonished at a sign or a wonder from heaven, insomuch that they began to be hard in their hearts, and blind in their minds, and began to disbelieve all which they had heard and seen, imagining up some vain thing in their hearts, that it was wrought by men and by the power of the devil, to lead away and deceive the hearts of the people. And thus did Satan get possession of the hearts of the people again, insomuch that he did blind their eyes and lead them away to believe that the doctrine of Christ was a foolish and a vain thing. And it came to pass that the people began to act strong in wickedness and abominations, and they did not believe that there should be any more signs or wonders given. And Satan did go about leading away the hearts of the people, tempting them and causing them that they should do great wickedness in the land. And thus did pass away the 96th year, and also the 97th year, and also the 98th year, and also the 99th year. And also 100 years had passed away since the days of Mosiah, who was king over the people of the Nephites. And 609 years had passed away since Lehi left Jerusalem. And 9 years had passed away from the time when the sign was given, which was spoken of by the prophets, that Christ should come into the world. Now the Nephites began to reckon their time from this period when the sign was given, or from the coming of Christ. Therefore 9 years had passed away. And Nephi, who was the father of Nephi, who had the charge of the records, did not return to the land of Zarahemla, and could nowhere be found in all the land. And it came to pass that the people did still remain in wickedness, notwithstanding the much preaching and prophesying which was sent among them. And it came to pass that the people did still remain in wickedness, notwithstanding the much preaching and prophesying which was sent among them. And thus passed away the 10th year also, and the 11th year also passed away in iniquity. And that's where we leave it. As the time passes, people start reasoning to themselves, well, we didn't really see it. It was made by men. It was a trick of the light. They start forgetting the signs, and they start rationalizing them away. And this is what Satan does. Remember that it is Satan that is spreading these lies. He started spreading these lies the instant the sign was given. As soon as the sign was given, Satan started spreading these lies, and now it's finally starting to catch on. This is in the 6th year that it really starts catching on. And the people just keep getting more wicked and more wicked. Keeps going on. More people flocking to the Gadianton robbers. Now, no, I do find it interesting that they apparently were, the faithful at least, were looking for Nephi, the son of Helaman. Remember, just before Christ is born, Nephi was translated. He left Zarahemla, disappeared. Now, 9 years later, they're looking for him. I think people were kind of hoping, he disappeared and everything's just started going downhill. Faith started to drop off. If we could get him back, maybe we could restore the church. I think that a lot of people are looking for him because of that. But they can't find him, because he was taken off the earth. He was translated. And that's the state we leave it in. We are now 11 years after Christ's birth. It has been 11 years since the sign was given. And now, we will turn back to Luke momentarily before continuing in 3rd Nephi. So I will see you there.